We take scheduled public transit for granted, don't we? The idea that a bus or a train runs on a set route at a specific time no matter what.
It seems so obvious to us now.
But that whole concept is actually pretty new. To get to the bottom of it, we have to look back to the 17th century and its revolutionary ancestor, the stagecoach.
Right, and today we're unpacking how that system really changed everything. Our mission here is to trace its technical evolution, the huge problems it solved, and, its massive social impact.
And when we say stagecoach, what exactly are we talking about?
Well, the Smithsonian has a great definition. It's basically a public coach that runs regularly on a defined route between what they called stages.
Stages being stops.
Yeah, exactly. Stops where horses were changed or passengers could rest. That regularity, that schedule, that was the big leap forward.
So before that, the system was just fundamentally broken. What made land travel so hard back then?
Oh, it was a complete traffic dilemma. You had two huge problems in England. First, the infrastructure was terrible.
The roads themselves.
Yeah, the roads were mostly just dirt, constantly turning to mud. And the maintenance, which was done by unpaid local labor, just couldn't keep up with all the new traffic.
So if the roads are a mess, how does that affect actually trying to plan a trip? Was there any reliability?
None. Zero. Private coaches were totally unpredictable. A driver might wait for days until his coach was completely full before leaving.
So you could be stuck in one spot for a week?
Easily. Or they take random detours. So you had these uncertain, expensive, and frankly dangerous journeys. Long-distance travel was really not for the average person.
And that challenge, the bad roads and the uncertainty, I imagine that was put on a whole other level in the post-revolution United States.
Oh, absolutely. In the U.S., the problem was just sheer scale. You're talking about almost 1,900 kilometers from Boston to Savannah.
With basically no real roads connecting them.
Exactly. It was geographic paralysis, news, government policies. It could take months for information to travel.
Yeah.
That held back the economy and, the whole project of building a nation.
So the stagecoach comes in as the technical solution to this problem of distance.
It does, and it's a brilliant innovation. The system shifts the need for rest from the animal to the station.
I see.
The core idea was the stage system. You'd have these stops every 10 to 15 kilometers with fresh teams of horses ready to go. The coach itself could run almost continuously.
And that system led to speeds that must have seemed unbelievable.
Completely. The journey from London to Edinburgh, which is what, about 645 kilometers?
Yeah, around there.
You could average 16 kilometers an hour. That was the fast express of its day. It cut travel time dramatically.
But that speed depended on more than just the coach. Right?
Oh, for sure. In the UK, you had the rise of turnpike trusts, basically paid toll roads. That money went into better road surfaces, which made travel faster and way more comfortable.
And in the U.S., where the terrain was much rougher.
The adaptation was all about ruggedness. Companies like Wells Fargo built these incredibly tough coaches, thicker wheels, better suspension, just to survive the Western terrain. They'd even have armed guards.
Okay, so let's connect the dots here. What's the real takeaway? It wasn't just about speed.
No, it was about reliability. That's the revolution. Fixed fares and scheduled services replaced that old wait till it's full system. For the first time, people could actually plan their lives, their business, with some certainty.
It created predictability.
Precisely. In the UK, it became the main information artery. It connected cities with rural areas and helped lay the groundwork for the Industrial Revolution by linking up all these different economies.
And for the U.S., that connection was even more essential.
Absolutely. The coach network literally helped bridge the huge geographical gaps. It built a sense of a shared national identity between the East Coast and the West. It was a genuinely public service, carrying mail, open to merchants and students, everyone.
Of course, the stagecoach eventually gave way to the railroad.
It did, but its idea, its core ideology, regular service on a defined route, that's the foundation for all modern public transit we use today, from the city bus to the airplane.
So that leaves us with a final thought for you to mull over. If the stagecoach was the system that defined scheduled movement for the 19th and 20th centuries, what piece of technology are we using right now that will define the basic principles of transport 150 years from today? We'll leave you with that until our next deep dive.